one word, well, actually 3 letters, and that's UPS. The words associated usually with UPS is boxes, shipping, and the people who drive the brown trucks. I worked at a UPS store for over 5 years and had many experiences while being there. One day, one of our regular customers come into the store and has this puzzled look on her face and a crumpled box on her right hip. And of course, I asked her how she was and what I could do for her. And she doesn't really speak to me. She just shows me a video on her phone of this man delivering her package and quite literally tossing it on her porch like it was a sack of grain. Thank goodness for her Ring doorbell that could capture that video. Otherwise, she wouldn't have known what happened. She told me that she needed to return this package to the sender because everything inside of it was broken. And I tell her there's not much I can do to help her because it was shipped by the post office. And she told me that she asked me if I had been to the post office lately because there's always a huge line and the people who work there are always in a bad mood and have bad customer service. And that she really hates to go in there and file a claim with them. And in the end, there's not much I could do for her because she did not ship it by UPS. If the package had been shipped through UPS, it would have been an automatic $100 value of insurance placed on it, guaranteeing that she would be able to get her money back if it got damaged. She would have had someone directly from our store working with UPS customer service to get that refund and had very pleasant employees to help her with that process. If a UPS driver had handled her package that way, she would have had the ability to call customer service and report the driver, and in many instances, the driver would receive a reprimand. And if this type of behavior continued, he or she could be fired. With the post office, those employees are protected by a union that makes it very difficult to dismiss an employee for poor behavior or judgment. So why can't she just complain to the post office? Well, see, there are 3 things in life that are certain, and that is death, taxes, and job security at the post office. See, like I mentioned before, the United States Post Office has a union, which has a whole lot of power over what the post office can do as repercussions to their employees, whereas privately owned companies such as FedEx, UPS, DHL, all those don't have access to those protections, aka the unions, and they can get fired for wrongdoings of an employee. The biggest difference that you can go out and experience for yourself as a customer is the customer service offered to you at the post office versus any other private provider. I'm not saying that the private providers are perfect because they too have their issues, but they do have a lot more value to you as their customer than the federal post office does. Private providers actually have to care about their customers because their job isn't guaranteed. They have to work for the customer and actually be held responsible for the decisions. So, why should you use private providers? Well, for one, the customer service will be way better and they have your interest in mind. And other small benefits to using privately owned providers is that the stores are considered small businesses in your community. The stuff you decide to ship at these stores have more guaranteed to get to where they're going due to the fact that these private companies have to be the best of the best because they can be knocked out at any point, unlike the post office. So, to wrap it up, it is your choice who you would like to use to ship your belongings or your creations, but personally, I feel more confident letting someone else have my belongings and trusting them to do the right thing with said belongings when I can do something about it if something goes wrong. Thank you.